Whoops. Good afternoon. Look what just arrived after I said I got an email saying that it had been shipped. I'm thinking the right hand doesn't know what the left hand's doing at U.S. Games. Probably not any of the hands know what any of the other hands are doing at U.S. Games. Given the Gil Tarot catastrophe. Well, not really. If I get a free deck eventually, that won't be a catastrophe. But Pamela Colman Smith, The Untold Story, by almost in as big a letters to it, Stuart R. Kaplan, Mary K. Greer, Elizabeth Foley O'Connor, don't recognize that name, Melinda Boyd Parsons, don't recognize that name. So it looks like Pixie here is imbalanced, so I'll get rid of that. And this is the $45 book. And excuse the noise if it does occur, because I can't figure out what it's coming from. One of the Liquitex bottles, maybe, I'm not sure. Here's what the side looks like, which is strangely glossy. I find that strange. Kaplan, the little fool. Here's what the back looks like. Make sure I get it in there. I'm using the board to kind of guide me, so hopefully that's mostly readable. But you can see this is a matte, kinda. Let's zoom in and see if you can read that. I'll give you something to read. It must be the stand I'm using that makes that noise. But I can't figure out what's doing it. It looks almost readable. I guess I'd have to go in more. Make more noise. Somewhere about there probably. So I'll just scoot it down and then scoot it back up. So you can see the back. And there's lots of extra art by her in here. Although a lot of it I have seen before, which is what I was afraid of, but that's okay. I can look again. So basically this is a lot like his encyclopedia books, which I can't seem to get all of, like the one in the middle, I forget which number it is. Seems impossible to get, like it just disappeared off the planet. Maybe on eBay or something, but I'm not sure I'm that desperate for it, because I also have the Los Scarabeo ones, all 3 or 4 of them. Is there 3 or 4? I think 4th is coming. 1, 2, 3, and 2 of the U.S. Games Encyclopedia ones. So I did kind of read this already because of how it is. It's basically 90 pages of words, then a lot of pictures, and then some words at the back, which are kind of the same as in other places. I guess this is some of her designs or illustrations for designs. And that's the first 2 cover pages. Here's the back 2. I think I like the back better because it's got a frog and a mermaid and a cow pig. I guess that's a cow, not a pig. Another mermaid. Ooh, Mothman. She anticipated Mothman many decades before it occurred. I don't think so. That's interesting. There's the white dog. Lots of her little signatures. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but there's a page where you can see her trying various signatures. But let's go. There's big signature. You can see it's 2018, I hope. Stewie. It's not one of my favorite pictures of her. I like the ones where she's with the cards, but that's on the cover and right there, big time. That's an okay picture. I'm not sure why they had to try to make it dirty, or maybe it was like that. I'm guessing that's just a picture of the picture. And then here, I kind of reworded this. Stuart Kaplan saw his first tarot deck at a Nuremberg toy fair in Germany in 1968. And from that day forward, he owned it. And has caused many of us to open our wallets many a time. Yes, thank you, Stuart. No, seriously, I guess without him I would have been deckless for a lot of years, or very careful with the first deck I got. This is much like the picture I like best, except she has cards in that picture, which I made the back of. Not sure where that went. Which I made an extra card in one of the decks that I printed. But that's a very similar picture. Obviously taken about the same time given the outfit, I would think. I don't know. But you get 90 pages with some artwork dispersed in. And I'll quickly flip through those. Maybe too quick, but hey, there's always the pause button and super slow-mo. What the heck is that? Pam, where'd you go? I've always liked this for some reason. I don't know why. Seems very theatrical, or a pre-Sun card art, maybe? It could be after, I'm not sure. She was obviously a darkly romantic sort, and I say darkly because some of these images that come up later are kind of dark. Not dark, I guess sad. Melancholy. Is that the word they would use back then? I think so, and that's the poem they always cite as proof that she was, downtrodden, sad, and poor, and all the above, which may be true. It's hard to tell, since she didn't exactly write that down anywhere, did she? Or tell anybody? Hey, it's Cowpig. It really does look like a pig, but it's really a cow. There's that squeaky noise. And that's an okay picture. I like that one too. That was during her I'll tell you a story from the floor phase. Yeah, I'd admire anybody willing to sit on the floor. I have several of these for my grandmother. Although I swear a couple of them do not have that book. And they're definitely not that dirty. But they're sealed, so I don't care. Well, the one I opened isn't sealed, but the others are sealed. We're almost there. Not to bore you with this 90 pages of boring flipping. And you probably can't read it. There. And then a strange thing happens. All of a sudden that happens. As though it's giving a number to things that are about to come up. I guess 100 and... There's that weird moth thing. I forget what she called that. Can't remember. 253 pieces of art or letters or artifacts, let's call them artifacts, are about to come up. And that goes on till lots. But if I can find some of the darker things, see, that's dark. Kind of dark. Okay, melancholy. It's hard to say that's melancholy, isn't it? Maybe that's okay to say. I don't know. A lot of the letters. Dark. There's something I wasn't comfortable with, but I won't find it. See, those are dark. I guess because they're black and white, part of it, but not entirely. That's in there twice at least. There's a fool, prototype fool, possibly. I won't find it, but we'll keep going because a lot of these are familiar from other books and stuff. So he didn't come up with anything groundbreaking, I would say. Just kind of put it all in one place. That's my guess, but I'll have to go over it more to make that a final decision for sure. Yeah, I won't find it. Whoa, I think I found it. Squeak, 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 squeak. I don't know what that is. No, it's towards the end. Then the words pick up again on page 350. But that's stuff I've seen in other places, probably in his encyclopedias. Maybe not worded 100% the same way, but pretty darn close. And then we got, the bibliography thing, Pam's Legacy. Yes, it was innovative. Yes, it was nice. Here's some, product placement by Stewie. I guess I can't get away with calling him Stewie. I'm going to call him that until he sends me to Guild Tarot. There, I made a decision. I thought this was odd and kind of unnecessary. The birth and death certificate? Really? Look at her occupation. Spinster. Was that actually something people wanted to do? Independent means. Now those two words are good, but I'm not sure spinster is good at all. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure that was necessary to be in there, nor was her passport necessary. I guess inquiring minds want to know, maybe. I'm not sure I wanted to know that much. Her beginning of Catholicism, perhaps. And then a huge bibliography. I don't know if there's an index. Yep, there is. How about that? Oh, and here's the page I was referring to with different, signature graphic things, icons. Look at that. They're like a double dot, like a dot with a plant coming out of it. I'm not even sure what's going on there. It's a hand holding something, maybe. That's kind of cool to see those. I haven't seen those before, I don't think. And yes, there's an index. A meager looking. No, that's pretty good, actually, as indexes go for these sorts of books. So basically what you get is an art book with 90 pages of words, which may or may not be new. I didn't catch anything I hadn't heard before, but then again, I've, over the past year, read anything and everything, whether it's website, blog, whatever, that has Pamela Colman Smith's name in it, or Pixie, or PCS, or Arthur Waite, on and on and on. So I just wanted to show it since it arrived unexpectedly after the email that said it was going to arrive. Let's see what the cover looks like without these super bright, annoying lights on. Just with the sun. Give Pixie a little sunshine. How about the back and just the sun? I gotta tell you, I almost prefer the sun, but I guess it depends on what device you're using to look at this on. So that was a quick show, hopefully, of the Pamela Colman Smith, The Untold Story by Stuart Kaplan, with Mary Kay Greer, Elizabeth Foley O'Connor, Melinda Boyd Parsons. But let's not end on those names. Let's end on Pamela Colman Smith, Pixie. We give her a kiss. With that, I say peace.